could move or die alone. Aim that you can ever get for retaining a man. Now, I know that sounds like a lofty goal, doesn't it? But we can do this. We can do this. I've done earlier videos telling you how to find a man, videos on how to vet a man. This video today is going to tell you how to keep a man. Once you find that good man, you need to be able to retain him. And that seems to be the problem in our community, is no retention. So in other words, you girls are getting ran through by many, many dudes. But we're going to try to stop that. So don't forget to subscribe, comment, like, and share this video. We're going to talk about this on the other side, ladies, because I'm trying to keep you from dying alone. Ladies, we're going to start this video off with something that I think is probably the thing that's holding most of you back from being in long-term relationships, serious relationships, and marriage. The thing that's holding you guys back is not knowing how to retain a man. Retention seems to be the biggest problem in the community when it comes to relationships. Ladies, it's on you to retain a man. It's not on a man to retain you. Because the guys that you want usually have something going on for themselves. Whether it's looks, charisma, charm, money, status. Those are the guys that you all seem to gravitate towards. And if that's a guy you want, you have to retain him because he can replace you easily. Because none of you guys want to date a guy that no other woman wants. You want to date guys that women want. So in other words, since the numbers show there's more women than men, he can replace you. So it's your job to stand out from all the other women that want him, because that's who you're competing with. If you're with a guy that's attractive, has money, tall, got some charm and charisma, a whole lot of women want that guy too. You have to stand out. You have to retain him. You have to make him think you're the one and that you need him. Because believe it or not, everything that men do, working, buying things, status, everything they do is for women. Everything that a man does is for a woman. He wants to get a woman and carry his bloodline on. We have no problem as men working and sharing our resources with women and children. We have no problem with that. You guys do. And that's why I don't understand why you chase careers before you chase men. You chase careers before you chase men. But you don't want to share any of your resources. I've yet to talk to a woman who didn't say when she gets a man, she wants that man to be able to pay the bills, take care of the household. So I don't understand, why does she need a job and career and money? For what? Women do not share their resources. You only make money for you. Now, some of you are saying, well, I have to survive. I agree. It used to be that women would say, I'm going to marry a rich man and get the lifestyle I want. That was their assignment in life. To find a rich man to take care of them and to have their offspring and live a lifestyle that they want. But for some reason, you ladies feel like you want to get to a point where you don't need a man. See, that thing I don't think you understand, ladies, that men want to take care of you. It's in our nature. We're providers and protectors. That's what we do as men. Now, if you're with a man that don't want to take care of you, don't want to work, don't want to provide security and provisions, what you think? Think you're with the right guy? Why? Because you love him? How long you think that's going to last? Love come and go. Benefits last forever. Benefits last forever. So the first thing to retaining a man is having your mindset that you need a man. Because ladies, if you're independent and don't need a man, then no man is going to even try to come to your rescue. No man is going to try to provide for you. You can take care of yourself. Now, I don't know how y'all were sold on being alone and being able to be independent and take care of yourself is some kind of great life for a woman. When women, we know you guys in your nature are nurturing. That's part of your nature. You go against your nature when you get out here and try to compete for a career like a man. That's against your nature. Think about it. All the richest men in the world, all the richest guys in the world, what does a woman's career, education, money, what does that mean to them? Any woman that they're with, she's not an overeducated woman unless she got her education after they were married, after they were together. She don't have no fucking money on her own. The richest guys in the world, they ladies ain't got money. Them ladies volunteer and spend their husband's money at charities. They help to feed the poor. They help to house the poor. This is what they do. This is what wealthy women do. Now, I know the internet shows you a lot of lifestyles that you think, hey, I like that lifestyle. But we all know that most of that stuff on the internet is fake. We know that. You know that them people are fake. The majority of them. So if you want a man that's going to provide and protect for you, don't you think he should feel like he's needed for that? Do you? Or do you think he should appreciate that you're an independent woman when that goes against every man's nature? See, we want to be needed. We want to provide. We are men and proud to be men when we're taking care of our household. That's when we're men. So if you're with somebody that's pushing your independence, I don't think that's going to be the man you really want. I don't. See, the thing is, we're raising generations of degenerates in our society. We are. 80% of the kids are being born in single mother homes. And then that correlates to criminals, junkies, prostitutes. That's what that correlates to. All the numbers show it. Every study. There's not a study you're going to find where it shows that single mothers are raising productive children in society. They're not. So if you're a single mother and you love your kids as you say you do and would do anything for your kids, maybe you should get a man in their life. Maybe you should get a role model. Because that's the only thing that's going to really help them. It really is. Although 25% of the children coming from single mother homes turn out okay, but 75% don't. 75% are going to prison, self-deleting, becoming junkies, alcoholics, prostitutes. 75%. So 3 out of the 4 of you ladies that are raising kids on your own, your kids gonna be fucked up. The numbers show that. They show it. So we need to change that. We need to change that for our community because it's holding the community back. This vicious cycle of degenerate, criminal-ass children being raised by single mothers. And I understand that you maybe had a child out of wedlock. It was a mistake. You thought the guy was cool. He changed up on you. But see, a lot of times, lady, you pick guys based on potential. You actually think that you can change somebody. He's good if he just stopped doing this. Or he'll be good if this wasn't going on. But this is how you pick a man. You have to pick a man that you're willing to spend your life with at the point he's at where you met him. Now, that's not to say he can't improve, but you can't change people. You can't. You know how I know? Because you ladies are not changing yourselves to help the community, to help your children. You're not. You're becoming more masculine. You're becoming more single. You're becoming more independent. And the majority of you are dying alone. The majority of you are raising criminals, junkies, prostitutes. This is what you're raising. This is what your kids are. The majority of you ladies have nobody in your home that you can brag about. Nobody that you can brag about. You can brag when they're little kids, but without a man there to be that buffer zone between them and the streets, between them and the police, to show them how to be a man, to show them how a woman is supposed to be treated by a man, what they learning from? The internet, TV, the streets? Of course they're going to be fucked up. So let's work on retention right now. Because I know a lot of you ladies have no problem finding a man. The problem is, you can't find a guy that's going to stay.
You don't love me no more.
Even when you get a good man, you don't keep him. Because you don't know how to retain him. The key to retention, ladies, this is big. Turn it up the volume so you can hear it and everything else. Sex, silence, and a sandwich. That is how a man finds his peace. Sex, silence, and a sandwich. That'll keep a man around longer than anything else you can do. Now, when I say sex, we're going to take it one step at a time. First step we're going to take is the sex part. Your sex alone is not going to keep a man. Because every woman, standard equipment, is a vagina. All of y'all got a vagina. All of y'all got a mouth. All of y'all got an asshole. So ain't really nothing you can do with those things that's going to differentiate, make you different and stand out from any other woman. Because again, you're chasing a man that other women won't. That's the kind of men you want. So when it comes to the sex part, you don't have to do extraordinary things in the bed. When you do that, in the back of a guy's mind, he's going to be thinking you've been doing that with everybody. So always when a guy's asking you to do something that you think is a little freaky, you should be like, well, I ain't never done that before. So I'll do that with you because I care about you. Yeah, that's how you should, because you need to stimulate him mentally when it comes to sex. You have to make him feel like you want to have sex with him, even if you don't like having sex with him. That may be a sacrifice you have to make, that the sex ain't that good. That don't mean you run out and cheat, because a man will leave you for that. That don't mean you disrespect him, because a man will leave you for that. But that means you're going to sacrifice that so that your kids have a father figure and a male role model in their life to make their life better. Because once you have children, your world is about them. Your world is about them. And I'm sure you can find ways to make yourself sexually satisfied. They have enough toys out here for that. So the priority with sex, when I say sex, silence, and a sandwich, step one is the sex. It's not just intercourse or oral sex or anything like that. It's public affection. Every chance you get, you should be walking up, sitting on your man's lap, kissing on him, making him feel wanted and desired. That's what's going to make you stand out from other girls. Because a lot of girls think they're too good for that. A lot of girls don't initiate sex because they feel like the man should do that. But what's more important? Your man being sexually satisfied or you being sexually satisfied? Think about that. What's more important? To a lot of y'all is y'all being sexually satisfied because y'all selfish. You don't sell resources, you don't share resources, and you don't even want to compromise with sex. You keep your man satisfied, he has no reason to go nowhere else. I'm going to say that again. You keep your man satisfied, he has no reason to go nowhere else, not for sex. Affection. Show your man affection as often as possible. When you're getting out the car, he opens the car door, you stand there. When he closes it, put your arm around his. Let the world know, I'm with him, he's mine. He's going to like that. That's going to stand out from other women. Not holding his hand, put your arm on his. Wrap your arm around his arm and not just his hand, so that people can see y'all together. Then he'll have a reason to say, this is my woman. Affection, public affection. It ain't gonna hurt you to kiss him on the cheek. You ain't got a tongue kissing no dude out in public, but just a peck on the cheek, a peck on the lips here and there, especially when he does something nice for you. Always show affection. It's gonna make you stand out from other girls. So that's the sex part of the sex, silence, and the sandwich, which obviously is not the main part of the relationship. If your relationship is based on sex, it ain't gonna last. Because all women can give sex, but not all women give affection. Not all women make a man feel like he's wanted. That's the key. Make him feel wanted. Touchy-feely is always a good thing. Now, the silence part. Step 2. Nobody's telling you not to talk to your man. They're not. Nobody's telling you to be mute and not have an opinion on anything. Just understand that most of the things that women talk about are not really interesting to men. They're not. We don't mind talking about things with you. We don't. Family matters, we need to talk to you about that. Sports, you know nothing about, so you can't talk to us about sports. Don't ask a million questions about stuff you don't know about. Try to find out some of the things that your man is interested in. Find out some things about it where you can say something intelligent to him. Because most of the time, you guys just ramble. You gossip with your girlfriends, not your man. I'm going to say that again. Gossip with your girlfriends, not your man. Now, if something's bothering you, you should tell him. But most of the time when a man comes home, he should never have to walk into the house and the first thing he hears is a complaint. If a man walks in the house and the first thing he hears is a complaint, he don't hear, hey baby, how you doing? Give him a kiss and a hug. But he hears, do you know the people down the street did this and this and this? That's the first thing he heard walking in the house. Eventually, he's not gonna come home. He's gonna go to the bar after work. You're gonna chase him away. He comes to his peace. When he comes in, the first thing he wants to do is get situated in his peace, in his mindset. I'm not competing at work no more. Let me come in here. It's nice and quiet. I got some food waiting on me, and I'm gonna be able to sit back and relax a minute. And then he's gonna initiate the conversation with you. That's when you can start talking about things. Sex, silence, and a sandwich. You have to stand out from other women because you're after a man that other women want. The silence part does not mean don't ever talk. It doesn't. It just means let him initiate most of the conversations. Sometimes you're going to have to initiate a conversation. That's understandable. And don't drag on conversations. Because as men, we look for solutions. So if you tell us about something that's a problem, we're going to try to get a solution for it, and then the conversation should end. It should end. Once we say the solution, that's it. Once we say a direction, don't question us on that. We're the leaders in the home. See, women, you're supposed to be the backbone of the family, not the head of the family. The backbone of the family. That means you hold it together. I shouldn't have to worry about, is there food in the refrigerator and you need something? I shouldn't have to worry about that. I shouldn't have to worry about coming home from work and then running back out to the store because you already took care of that. Even if y'all ain't got 2 cars. Technology is so good nowadays, you can order some groceries on the damn internet and get them delivered. So the silence part is about not really running your man through nonsense as soon as he comes in the house. It doesn't mean never talk to him, because y'all gonna have to communicate for sure. It's just knock off the nonsense. Don't be sitting in the house all day brewing and waiting to say something. So as soon as he walks in the door, the first thing you're doing is saying something. You should be, when he comes in the door, you should be greeting him, welcome home, whatever, giving him a little kiss, and then start making his plate. Then start making his plate. And that's where the third steps come in, sandwich. We say sandwich because that's the 3 S's. But it really means learn how to cook. Learn how to cook. Now, I know a lot of y'all think y'all can cook. I know you do. But just think about it. The greatest chefs in the world are men. And we like good food. So a lot of us cook ourselves. You should be able to cook something that your man likes. You should be able to cook something that any person that tastes would like, because I can. I can cook something that everybody's gonna like. If you eat steaks, I'm gonna make a steak that you ain't never had before. You should be able to do the same thing. You should be able to fry some chicken and not have to go to Popeyes or Kentucky Fried Chicken or Church's. You should be able to fry some chicken. And they should have a unique taste, and it should be good. And if you have to take cooking classes, take them. If you have to call your grandmama and get a recipe, get it together. But ladies, the key to a man's heart is through his stomach. And I know y'all heard that before. Nobody made that up. That was stuff that people observed for years. That man gonna wanna come home to a good house, clean house. He's gonna wanna come home to a good cooked meal. He's gonna wanna come home to a woman that's gonna greet him with a smile and a kiss. He ain't gonna wanna go nowhere after work. Why should he? He's coming home to peace. To retain the man that you want, you have to be different. You have to stand out from other women. You have to. And don't think that you're the most outstanding woman out there. That's not what makes you stand out. Your femininity, your delicacy, him feeling like he's wanted and needed, that's what makes you stand out. Become an ass. You have to know how he wants his socks put in the drawer. You have to know how he wants his drink made. You have to know that. A lot of y'all don't even know y'all man's favorite color. A lot of y'all don't know what he drinks. You don't. You don't know what his favorite meal is. And you expect to keep him? When there's other women out here trying to get him? He wouldn't even put himself in a position where those women can get to him if he can come home to a peaceful home. to a good meal, to a feminine, fit, friendly woman. Now I say fit. And we know the average black woman is 5'4", 187 pounds.
It's imperative to reach
which is
as
bigger
many as
than the
possible.
average black man.
4 out of 5 black women in the U.S. are overweight, and more than half
So
of
ladies,
all black women are considered obese.
Stop eating the McDonald's and the fast food. Get that weight right. Because even if you ugly in the face, if your body's banging, you can get you a good man. But nobody wants to come home to somebody big, ugly, and mean, and nasty to be around, can't cook, complaining. Who wants to come to that? How is you gonna keep a man like that? No man wants a boss bitch. Backbone of the family, not the head. You can't boss a man. You can't. Not the type of man you want. You don't even want to be the boss. You don't even want to be in charge. So why strive to be a boss bitch? That's not even what is natural to you. Femininity, kindness, softness. When you describe a woman, if an alien came down and told me to describe women, that's how I would want to describe them. They're very soft, very delicate. Can I describe you like that? Can I describe you as a feminine woman? Or do I got to describe you as, oh yeah, she a boss bitch. She running shit. She's loud, obnoxious. Come on, man. Y'all got to do better, ladies. I'm not trying to dog y'all. I'm not trying to put y'all down. I'm telling you that the community, black men in general, we need you guys in our community. We need you to help us keep the community right. We need to upgrade the community. And it starts with you guys. Reason being, because you're having 80% of the kids out of wedlock and without no man around. So you're ruining the children, which is ruining the community. Because every community is built off the future from the children. So if you're not raising respectable, good children, the community is going to never get respected. Never. It's going to always be looked down upon. Always feel like a threat to every motherfucker out there because they scared. They don't know what this motherfucker's going, how he's going to act, what he's going to do. Ladies, if you love your kids, get a man in your life, please. Please, I'm begging. Give the kids a chance. And you could be the exception. You could be the 25% of single mothers that raise decent children, that become productive citizens in society. But 75% of y'all not doing that. You might think you one of the 25%, but you're not. And then you don't realize it till the junior is laying on the street dead, or in handcuffs, going to jail, or got a needle in his motherfucking arm stealing from your house. Come on, ladies. Really? Just because are you really that selfish that there's no sacrifices that you can make to get a man and keep a man in your life? Are you that selfish? We already know you don't want to share your resources. We know you don't want to share your money. We know that. And honestly, you shouldn't have to. But worrying about what if he leave me, the man is, it shows, all the statistics show men are not leaving relationships. I'll tell you what you do. Think about every relationship you've been in, every relationship your girlfriend's been in. How many men have left y'all? How many men have walked out of your life? Unless you cheated or just was disrespectful as fuck. Men are not leaving the relationships, lady. It's you guys destroying the family, and it's you guys who have to put the change in. It's you guys who have to put the effort in to hold these families together. Because you're the backbone. You're supposed to hold it together. That's your nature. That's what you're made to do. Not to be a consumer out here, single, independent, spending money on nothing. A man can have a pair of blue jeans for 20 years and wear them every day and not have a problem. Not every day, but you know what I'm saying. Wear them often. You guys can't wear the same outfit twice. So who does it benefit to keep you single? The economy. The economy runs off of women's money. You guys spend 80 cents out of every dollar. You guys owe 75 cents out of every dollar of debt. And it's like you can't see that the reason the economy is running like this is because you guys are all out here single. You got to buy a new outfit to go to the club every week. You're spending money on stuff that don't make sense. You're spending money on stuff to make you look fake. Makeup, wigs, hair weaves, fucking eyelashes. No man is asking you to do that. Tell me this. What is the purpose of long, fake nails? Other than decoration for a clown show. No man has ever said, oh, your nails too short. Your nails ain't done. I can't deal with that. No man has ever said that. Your eyelashes are too short. No man's ever said that. Natural beauty is what men want. But you guys won't listen to us on that. So you spend your money making yourself up. For what? For other women? Men ain't looking at that. When you do that, it automatically downgrades you from wifey material. When you're walking around unnatural with a bunch of unnatural shit on you, it makes you into a fun girl. We just want to sleep with you. Nobody wants to wife you. How can they? You too fake. When you take all that shit off, you're a whole different person. Are you guys ashamed of yourselves or something? I understand y'all big as fuck. So maybe that's why y'all feel like all the rest of that shit will help hide it, but it can't. You need to get fit. You do. You need to quit all that fake shit. Grow your hair, your natural hair. Wear your natural eyelashes. Nobody said you can never wear makeup and eyelashes and wigs and weaves, but you need to do that on special occasions. A lot of y'all wake up every day and the first thing you do is jump in the mirror and start putting on makeup. Every single day. Fake hair, fake eyelashes, fake nails. Y'all do this stuff as a daily routine. Come on, ladies. If you want a good life with a good man, you have to become a good woman. Quit trying to change the men and change yourself. Quit dating on potential and date for benefits. Quit trying to raise your kids alone because you're not a man. And if you're working, you ain't around your kids enough by yourself to even raise them. If you got a man, you don't even have to work when you have kids. You stay home and raise the kids. At least until the kids can go to school and talk. At least to then. Ladies, help the community. Help yourselves. Help yourselves. Because understand that black women are the least desired women on every dating app in the world. Black men are desired only more, only white men are desired more than black men in the world. Black women getting married at 26%. 1 in 4 of y'all is getting married in y'all lifetime. Black men are getting married at 40%. So if they not marrying y'all, they marrying other people. But it ain't no whole line of niggas and other people trying to come for y'all. You have to make changes. Quit trying to change the man and change yourself. Change yourself. If not for you, for your children. If you don't have children, for the community. Communities are made up of families. Families consist of a father, mother, and children. That's what a family is. It's not a mother and children. It's a father, mother, and children. A lot of y'all have men in y'all past that y'all know were good men in y'all past. Because when you find a good man, a lot of y'all try to finesse him. You find a man that's willing to share his resources with you and you try to finesse him. You think he's doing that because he's a sucker. No, he's doing that because that's our natural thing. To share, to help. That's what men do. We provide. You want a provider, but y'all finessing providers and kicking them out your life. Taking advantage of men that will probably make your life a whole lot better in the long run. Instead of you thinking about the rent for next month, you should be thinking about what's going to be happening in 5 years. Because guys only going to get finessed for so long. They're going to share their resources with you, but it ain't going to last forever. Unless you with that man. He don't keep spending money on you and you not taking care of him as a man. He ain't feeling wanted and needed. He ain't able to walk through that door to a smile and a kiss and a meal. Fit, friendly, and cooperative. These are not bad words. Submissive is not a bad word. You submit to your boss every day. You scared if you late for that job, they're going to fire you. You submit every day to a job. Instead of a man that's going to do way more for you than that job. Way more. Go keep your goddamn kids out of jail. Off the streets. Out the strip clubs. Why wouldn't you put more effort into that if you love your kids? I don't understand. Ladies, you can retain a man. You can retain it. Get into your femininity. If you're trying to change a man, stop. Change yourself. Change yourself. It can't do nothing but help. Because what you guys are doing now ain't working. It ain't working for you, and it ain't working for the community. So try something different. Try doing something a little better. Try being a little nicer. Dress like a lady. I promise you're going to get treated like a lady. If you present yourself as a lady, you will be treated like a lady. If you present yourself like a fun girl, you're going to get fucked and dumped. It's not hard. You guys are not reinventing the wheel here. You're not. All throughout history. Single ladies out here dressing like prostitutes and whores been treated like prostitutes and whores. Ladies, even if they're single, dress like a lady, they're treated like a lady. Which one are you? We have to make changes, ladies. Sometimes that same old stuff ain't gonna work. But in this case, when it comes to relationships and marriage and long-term relationships and committed relationships, the old way seems to be a lot better than what's going on now. It really does. We got to do better. All of us. That means you too. Or you ladies can just keep dying alone. All right, ladies. Well, I don't know how to give you better advice than that on how to keep a man. And honestly, I don't think anybody else can give you better advice than that on how to keep a man. Those are secrets that I'm sure a lot of men ain't want me to tell you because they like how it is right now. You might think that men ain't enjoying this, how y'all doing, but the guys that y'all want, the guys that most women want, oh yeah, they running through y'all. They running through y'all. Yeah, and back in the day, wasn't no such thing as nobody with double-digit body counts. Y'all have that now right after y'all get out of high school. Before you finish college, chasing on your career. You done slept with somebody at the job, slept with somebody at the new job when they transferred you. Getting ran through. Getting ran through. The thing you have to understand, ladies, that universally, across every place in the world, every culture, every religion, men prefer women between the ages of 18 and 24. Now, those are men between the ages of 18 to 60. It's overwhelming. So you guys are wasting your peak years chasing a career instead of chasing a man. To me, I mean, I don't understand, because if I was a woman, I for sure would have been with some rich man when I was between 18 and 24. Ain't no question about it. But now we past that. You blew that. You blew that part of your life, most of y'all. A lot of y'all now, you're in your careers, you settling in, and you ready to get a man. And for some reason, every relationship that you've had, if you had any, because a lot of y'all haven't had relationships for years. You're not even qualified for a relationship. Don't even know how to have a relationship. But all the ones that you're having, for some reason, you have to leave that guy. Because the guy ain't leaving you. You have to leave him. Something about him, just maybe you think you can do better. Maybe you think you're more valuable because you're more educated than ever before. Because you're making more money than ever before. But you ain't sharing nothing. So all that means nothing if you ain't sharing it. The reason y'all want rich men is because rich men share. Successful men share their stuff. Successful women don't. They don't. You don't share. You don't even want a man that makes less money than you. That disqualifies a man from you. Even though he could treat you right. He could be a good man. Great role model for your kids. But if he can't pay 100% of the bills, something is against him. Or you just find something you don't like. Or his hairline back too far. Or his fingernails are dirty sometimes. I don't understand. Why go to school, train, get jobs and careers going, and then try to not share those resources? Why do you got the resources? All of y'all are just consumers out here. Y'all money is for you. That's who it's for. And you can say you and your kids, but it's just a way for you to spend money. That's how y'all use kids now, like a way to spend money. It's an excuse for you to just spend money on garbage. How many pairs of shoes you got in your closet? I ain't never been a person who would wear more than one pair of shoes at a time. So I don't understand why you need 50 pairs of shoes in your closet. Why? Because that money burning a hole in your pocket, but you don't want to share it with no man. It's burning a hole in your pocket. When you get your check, the first thing you think about is what you can get. Never thought about helping your man pay bills. And if you do, you don't respect that motherfucker. You don't even like that guy no more. You looking for a way out of that relationship. So, lady, you sort of shooting yourself in the foot with this. And I don't understand how you can't see it. But now what we going to do, because this is not a week for me to rant and rave to y'all. It's not. I want y'all to find good men and keep them. And keep them because I want to help the community. It ain't about me. I got a woman. I'm living good. This is about the community and what I see going on and what you see going on. I'm not making nothing up. I'm not making up numbers. Those numbers are there for anybody to see. Our community can do better. But it's up to you ladies. You're smarter than ever. More educated than ever. The highest enrolled in college is black females. Y'all making more money than ever. And don't want to share shit. All right, Juice. Let's look at some videos this week that we're going to react to.
Let's see. First video, we got this talk show, Real Talk with women, I think, with black women talk. And they talk about going 50-50. So let me go ahead and put that one up.
It's like, cash at me, or can you pay my bills?
Right.
Now, it's coming from a place where women, I think that we've had to overcompensate a lot. So now we're like, I need someone to fill my cup over, but I think when it comes to the 50-50 aspect, I'm not opposed to 50-50 because I just feel like we're two individuals, two humans. We both have things that we want to do individually.
Yeah.
So when you contribute to a pot, that leaves room for individuality.
What you think, Jesse? I'm not for the 50-50. I feel like even though I'm doing great for myself.
50-50. I'm personally, I'm not for 50-50 either, really. But right now, you ladies are at 100-0. You're at 100-0. So any guy you mess with, he ain't paying your bills. You paying all your own bills right now anyway. So 50-50 to me is a help to you. It's a help to you. If a guy could pay 40, 50, 60% of the bills, why are you disqualifying him? Now that last girl said she's doing good on her own, but she ain't for 50-50. But right now she's for 100-0. So tell me, ladies, how does that make sense? How does it make sense that you're paying 100 right now and you ain't messing with no guy unless he can pay 100? That don't make sense. So you gonna just sit there and say, oh no, he's not qualified because he ain't making enough money. Really what it is, ladies, is when you get those ladies' ages, because all those ladies were coming up on 40 if they weren't already 40. You don't qualify for a man to pay 100% of the bills. You don't qualify for that. I just told you, men overwhelmingly between the ages of 18 and 60 prefer women between the ages of 18 and 24. But men also prefer women with not high body counts. So by the time the average woman in America is 30, 40 years old, how many bodies you think she went through? How many have you went through? I guarantee you anything in the world. You want a man to pay your bills and take care of you unconditionally, you need to be between 18 and 24 and a virgin. Ain't no man gonna turn down a girl. She ain't gotta have no education. She ain't gotta have no job. She can be living with her parents. Every man will prefer that. Every single one. I don't care what that nigga next to you is lying and saying. I'm telling you right now, a chick between 18 and 24 who live with her parents with no job and no education, and that's a virgin and good looking and fit, friendly and feminine, oh yeah. She gets those kind of results. 100% of anything she wants, she gonna get. For real. So once you lose those aspects, either the age thing, the virginity thing, the fit thing, the friendly thing, or the feminine thing, you're not qualifying for that. Not to say that some of y'all won't meet a guy that'll pay all the bills, because you might. But it's unlikely for most of y'all. For most of y'all never gonna have that. Even the statistics show that 72% of married couples, both people have to work. It's just how it is. All of y'all want the millionaire, but hardly none of y'all is qualified for that millionaire. You qualified to get fucked? You are. You qualify for that with a pole digger or a millionaire. Just being a woman. Because we men, and we have an insatiable drive for sex. But you ain't qualifying for nobody to take care of you for the rest of your life, spending 100%, making sure that if something happened to them, you taking care of. You don't qualify for that. So that's an unrealistic goal. If you guys wasn't so selfish, you would see that. But you would rather die alone than, quote unquote, settle for a man who can't pay 100% of the bills. If y'all know how ridiculous that sounds, I don't know. Maybe coming from me, you can't hear it. But think about it, how ridiculous that is. You got a job, you got a place, you got a lifestyle, you paying 100% for. You opposed to 50-50? Somebody taking half the bills off your hands won't help you? What are you talking about? Come on, ladies. You got to do better than that. You got to. You have to be willing to share your resources or die alone. That's pretty much just what's happening. You sharing it with that dog. Why are you supporting a dog or a cat? Why are you doing that? The dog and the cat ain't paid a bill, ain't did nothing but messed your fucking house up and cost you more money every damn week. You feed them. You drive home and speed home to take them outside for a walk so they don't shit on your carpet. That's what you're doing. That's where your resources are shared. But if a man came around and he was able to pay the light bill and gas bill, that don't help you. What if he paid the light bill, gas bill, and the water bill, and maybe the cable? Does that help you? The cat ain't helping you. The dog ain't helping you. They costing you money. So I don't understand how y'all thinking. You can't disqualify a guy who might treat you right. Maybe the man of your dreams on how he treats you. All of y'all talk about how y'all want to be treated. How you want to be treated, like the cat or the dog? Because that's the only motherfucker getting 100% of anything. I don't understand. To me, those ladies ain't qualified for the type of man they talking about. So if they luck out and get one, they should be thanking everybody in the world. They kissing that man ass. They got to. Because they not qualified for what they looking for. And most of y'all are not qualified. You're not. That's why celebrities run through chicks. They run through them. Every celebrity y'all know, y'all see them with a different chick every year. That's how that goes. Unqualified women trying to get the best men. They're going to just get ran through. Just get ran through. They're going to be like Lori Harvey. Going from celebrity to celebrity. Getting ran through. Ain't staying with nobody. And I know Michael B. Jordan, when he wanted to marry her, but she thought she could do better. Really? Let's get real. Come on, let's go with that next one.
All right, this one is showing older women. They talking about their issues with dating black men. There we go.
All right. Yeah, that's pretty funny. Listen. Black men can have preferences. They trying to shame men for having preferences. Now, it's okay for a woman to have a preference. It's okay for y'all to want a guy that's taller than you, stronger than you, makes more money than you, more competent than you, more charmed than you. It's okay for you to want a superior person. Because in every aspect, the man you want is superior to you. Even though you think you want to be equal, I don't understand that either. But to down a man's preference, so if he don't want a nappy-headed bitch, he want a bitch with good hair or a mixed chick, that's a preference. Me, I like dark-skinned girls. I do. I like how our skin contrasts when we in bed. I like that. But not all brothers do. Some brothers like light-skinned girls. Some like brown-skinned girls. I'm going to tell you one thing that's universal, though. We like long, natural hair. No man is going to go against long, natural hair. So that last lady that stood up, who looked like she's about 50 years old with a bald head, of course she wasn't going to get no man. Of course no man is going to want to be with her. I don't even think a white man want to be with her. She didn't have no ring on her finger. She could say they were attracted to her, but she sure looked manly to me. And if you look like a man, ain't no real man going to be attracted to you, no matter what shade you are. Because she didn't look that dark to me. I've dated much, much darker women than that. So those ladies, again, you got a room full of single ladies giving you guys terrible advice. And then, you know what? I'm just going to say, we're going to take it to this last video because this is your future. This is your future, ladies, if you listen to them.
You're in your close to 30s, 29, you're 30. I have kids this age, and I just thought it to be such a terrible thing, but I'm telling you now, girls, this seems to be the thing. It's like younger men it seems like they are attracted to women in their 50s and I am assuming 60s, because you have these 60-year-old women online talking about these young men are approaching them, trying to talk to them, and I'm like, get out of here. I'm like, really? I mean, what is this all about? Seriously. Because if I can remember when I was younger, I don't remember that like being a thing where younger men were just really into 40, 50, 60-year-old women. I don't really remember that. So I'm like, okay, what's going on? And I have asked a couple of young men, why are you trying to seek out an older lady? For one, I will say that a lot of young men that have tried to talk to me always say, you don't look like when they approach me, they'll say, I'll always ask, so how do you think I am? First I try to see, what do you think? Because, this can't be no sugar mama. I'm not no cougar. I'm not fixing to be none of that for you. Oh, baby, no, because no. So I always ask them, how old do you think I am? And, every young man that have approached me have always said they thought I was in like my 30s. And I'm like, baby, no, I got a 30-something-year-old son. You know, I'm like, no, I'm not in my 30s, okay? I'm not. And then they will still continue to try to date you, to talk to you. And I'm like, no. In the past, I've been like, no, 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 no. So your girl gonna reconsider this. I'm gonna reconsider. And the reason why is because I think in life you should be open to love. And when I say open to love, I think you should be open to, don't worry about a man's age. A man shouldn't be worried about it, as long as they are legal now. I would say if you were in your 50s, you should not talk to anyone younger than 30. Because other than that, if he's 20-something, he's still a baby. He don't even know what he's doing. That's just, to me, that's unacceptable for me. Now, that may not be unacceptable for another woman, but I feel like if he is 30 and above, he should have you have a lot of young men seem like when they have approached me, they seem like they are more serious, more focused. They are about life. They're living. You can just see the life in them. They seem very excited about a relationship. They seem very excited about getting to know you. When you are talking to men in their 50s, because I don't talk to men in their 60s, so if they are in their 50s, you sometimes even wonder, do they have spunk? Do they have life? Or do they have any goals? You just don't hear that in men that are 50. They just lose that. And I don't know why, because us women don't. You know, we seem to still be spunky, still have that life where you're wanting to live life, do things, go somewhere, experience things, experience a relationship. You don't seem to get that with older men. So I'm like, I might want to revisit that younger, you know. I'm open. So I have said that I'm going to be open. Am I going out to look for a younger man? Absolutely not. But I'm not going to worry about a man's age, because I think that is irrelevant right now.
Wow. Really? Okay. I just told you guys, this is your future. This is what is happening to the ladies in our community. Now I'm going to ask you this question, and you've seen the video. Do any of you think that lady is not going to die alone? Any of you? She's talking about she's in her 50s, open for love to guys in their 30s. And that guy, we all know that the guys is lying to her saying, oh, you look like you're in your 30s. We know that's a lie. And that lady I didn't even think she was in her 50s. I thought she was in her 60s. Because I'm looking at the background, it looked like a retirement home. That's what it looked like to me. Not even a good one. Not even Shady Rest. It looked like a retirement home where they take you out the back door and the cemetery's right behind that motherfucker. That's what it looked like where she's at. But this is the future for most ladies. This is how you ladies are becoming. You're too old to qualify for any man other than a young man that wants to get some experience and use some of your resources. No 30-year-old is interested in no 50-something-year-old woman. He's only interested in you for resources and for experience. And the 30-something-year-olds that she's talking about talking to her, she's talking about the niggas that's standing in front of that store asking for change when you come out. That's the 30-year-olds who are talking to her. You can see from her background, she ain't in no good neighborhood. When she walked to the gas station, it's 4 or 5 30-year-olds, 40-year-olds, and everything else out there talking to her. Because they think they can get something from her. But she's open to love. Ladies, if you're looking for love at that age, man, I don't even know how sorry I can feel for you, really. Because that lady was probably beautiful when she was 21, 22. She was probably a beautiful lady when she was 21, 22 years old. She said she had children. So somewhere in life she had a relationship, but she didn't retain that man. Ladies, if you have to look at this video again, you do that. If you have to look at the video on how to find a guy, how to vet a guy, you do that. Retention is the key. If not, that's your future. Hopefully you be at the Shady Rest or somewhere that's nicer than that. Because that place there, That look like they feeding motherfuckers cat food. Now I'm gonna just tell you what it looked like. I feel sorry for the lady, but I don't. Because I feel like she wasted it. There's no reason for that lady to be sitting there talking about dating 30-year-old men. Really? She fighting for the same dudes you fighting for. If that lady wants somebody to be with her in her 50s, she got to look at a dude in his 70s. And you in your 30s, if you want a dude that's going to look at you like the prize, you're going to have to look at dudes 15, 20 years older than you. Especially if you have children. That's all it is to it. Ain't no shame in the game. Don't end up like that last lady, though. That's all I'm going to say. That's what we trying to stop. We trying to prevent that from happening to you. So, ladies, remember to share, like, subscribe, comment, and review this video so you don't have to die alone. Don't die alone, ladies.